Hey, this is Jeremy, and it's time to talk about Nightbitch. Okay, wow. Judging from that awful trailer and the reaction from the people at TIFF in September, I had some doubts about this film, but god damn, it is even worse than I thought. From what people were saying, I hoped that Amy Adams would manage to come out of this unscathed, but she barely does. This is fucking terrible. So, based on a book which I randomly got at Christmas a few days ago, and I'm not sure if I'm going to actually read it now because this movie was so terrible. The story follows Amy Adams as Mother. I didn't even realize the character had no name until I was looking at the credits for this. So like, what the fuck? She's a new mom. Well, actually not that new because the kid is like 2 years old. But she's a stay-at-home mom and struggling with the isolation that she feels from being alone with the kid all the time, and the regrets she has about agreeing to give up her career to stay at home and devote herself full-time to the baby. And she's also maybe kind of sort of turning into a dog out of frustration. The movie never really goes anywhere with this. We don't know if she's actually turning into a dog or what. It's kind of dropped even before the end of the film without explanation. So it's really stupid. I watched a few interviews with Amy, and interviewers are always like, was she really turning into a dog or what? And Amy's like, I don't know. I like to believe that she believes she's turning into a dog. It's like, but ultimately, who cares? It's a dumb, kooky thing used to kind of spice up this movie that doesn't have much to say anyway. I have no idea how it's used, how the dog thing is used in the book. I'm guessing it must be more substantial because otherwise, why write a book about this? The story feels so generic and so boring. I want to say that it's been done a million times before, but I don't think it has. Like, I can't name 10 movies that talk about stay-at-home moms hating their lives. But it's a topic that's kind of discussed all the time, so it doesn't feel fresh either way. A great film on this topic is Jason Reitman's Tully, starring Charlize Theron, and written by Diablo Cody from, I don't know what year, 2017. Nightbitch is directed by Marielle Heller, who also directed Can You Ever Forgive Me with Melissa McCarthy, which was great, and the Mr. Rogers movie, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, which I haven't seen, but I hear is pretty good, starring Tom Hanks. So I guess it's kind of disappointing and surprising that Nightbitch didn't pop off as much as people hoped it would based on who was directing it. But now let's talk about Amy, my girl. I really, really wanted to love her in this, but I don't. I hate to say it because I absolutely love her and her work. Her performance in Arrival is one of the greatest of this century. In Sharp Objects, this limited series on HBO, there's one scene in particular that fucking floored me because she showed us an emotion that I've never seen portrayed on screen before. And I'm one of the few people who will truly go to bat for her performance in American Hustle. She fucking blew me away in that. And obviously, The Fighter and a million other things, including Cruel Intentions 2. I love her in it. I think ultimately she's not to blame as much as the script is. They have the character in voiceover. They have her speaking directly to the camera. They have her speaking imaginary things to other characters that they can't hear. They have her speaking to herself sometimes. So all these different things kind of fuck up the tone of the movie, but most of all, the tone of her performance. And it all feels so cheap and tired and basic. It was so frustrating just to be like, fuck, can you just like pick a lane and then have her stay in that and then we can be with her? But these ups and downs, like it didn't work for me. Scoot McNairy, who is the actor who plays husband, is very good though, because he's not giving 7 types of performances. He's only in one type of movie. And also there's something I find extremely hot about him, so everything is forgiven. Amy is nominated for a Golden Globe for this movie, and that's pretty much the end of the road for her, I think. This is not going any further awards-wise. Nightbitch dropped on Hulu a few days ago, and I'm not hearing a damn thing about it on social media. No one cares about this movie, and sadly, it seems like no one cares about her either. Also, goes without saying, I don't have kids, so parents will probably relate to this movie in ways that I cannot. But I'd like to give parents a little bit more credit at that they wouldn't love a movie this bad just because they relate to what the mom is going through. I'm gay and I'm going through the same things that the Billy Eichner character in Bros is going through, but I fucking hated that movie. So in closing, I mean, I guess if you, like me, are a big fan of Amy Adams, you kind of have to check out this movie, but otherwise there's a lot of better things you could be watching both on streaming and in theaters, so you don't need to do Nightbitch. And we'll see if I end up reading this, but it can't be worse than the movie.
Where did you go?
I went for a run.